hello. Hey, hello. Hello. I'll still be a minute. I need the bathroom. Oh, hello. Didn't mute the mic, did I? And the toilet's not that far away from here. So that's the thing. There I go. Why is the camera randomly low? Today, I feel like maybe I should just lower myself. Look at that hair as well. How are you all today? I hope you're doing very well. Let's see. So, yes, hello. We are live. This is standard. Hi, John. Hi, Steve. Hi, Zach. I hope you're doing all very well today. Umpa dumpa dumpity doo. If I was going for a poo, I would have been there much longer than than that. I went for a quick little tiddle. A quick little tiddle. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? It won't be a problem. We'll see if it is a problem, but I don't think it will be. I've not turned off the subscriber thing, but I doubt it's going to be a problem. But you know, we'll see. As long as they're not super duper loud. Yeah. So first thing I want to say is, I don't know why, but about Friday I started having. Oh, I did wash my hands. That's lies. I did wash my hands. So I can confirm. Which I'm not sure you would have heard me running the tap over the sound of the flushing. And we're not going to do an experiment. What was I going to say? Yeah, on Friday I started feeling a little bit unwell, but not like super unwell. So not like COVID. I know it's not COVID for multiple reasons, because Katie had the same kind of thing, and Katie actually got a test. So, so it's not the corona. It's not the corona. But yeah, like, and I've still got it a little bit today, and it's not like a super duper, ooper duper pooper illness. It's what it is. I'm feeling dizzy, mainly in the evenings. So I was streaming. I don't think any of you stopped by, and I'm not trying to call you out. That sounds really like none of you came and watched me play Blood Bowl. But I've been streaming. I was streaming Blood Bowl. Yeah, it's not. Well, to be fair, I can't 100% confirm that it's not COVID, but I'd be very. I mean, it's not. I don't think the symptoms are really there. But yeah, so I was playing Blood Bowl on Thursday, and I've been really enjoying Blood Bowl. But I've been reluctant to go back and stream it, even just for fun, because I gotta have the light on, and you know, I gotta talk for. Well, I actually streamed it for like 4 hours on Thursday. I was really having fun playing Blood Bowl. I just enjoyed the game, so it makes sense that I would enjoy that. And yeah, but because I've been unwell, I didn't want to like expend energy that I didn't need to, so I'm just not bothered. Whereas this is like, I'm feeling a bit better today. Oh, how was my birthday? When was my birthday, Seb? I mean, I know when, but when we had a conversation last Tuesday, didn't we? I'm presuming you weren't here. Yes, my birthday was fine. Yeah, really. We actually didn't do anything on my birthday because we did a lot of stuff at the weekend. So there we go. I feel there's so much focus on COVID. There's plenty of the deadly disease. Yo, there's so many other things that can kill you guys. Let's not get hung up on this one thing that can kill you. Yeah, no, obviously that is true. But you were brushing your Craft World's Army. Cool. Why is this hurting my neck? Like I'm looking down. I am allowed. Oh, sorry. It's okay. You was here, Seb. I was only messing. I'm getting a bit of a sore neck looking down, but I think it's because of the chat. You was 30. Wait, so you had your birthday last Tuesday. Happy birthday, anyway. Now the camera's messing up. Now the camera's like, We don't actually recognise your face. Your face is not relevant. I caught up a little at the end of your Bretonians going down to for a mashup. Yeah, no, I enjoyed Blood Bowl. I'm not sure what I was doing, and in theory, me saying I'm not sure what I was doing is essentially going to be the theme of this stream. Yeah, that is why my neck randomly sore now. Come on, I guess all day at work I sit with the laptop here and my computer here, so all day at work I'm like this. So it sort of makes sense. Although, come on, camera, please. I mean, please. The well, I'm not getting fooled by that emoji this time, Steve. But terrain-wise, so obviously I've been feeling a little under the weather, but I've been working on some terrain. It's only a very small project. I think for the next couple of weeks I'm probably going to do some smaller projects, just because I sort of like temporarily lost my mojo a little bit, which is fine. I don't think I have any problem with doing that, but you know, it's difficult because you want to do like big, bold things and all the time be pumping it out, and it's like, ooh, do you really have the like energy and the ardor for that? But yeah, to be fair, I probably need to do so. There's a few basic stuff that I want to do, like barrels, sand bunkers, and containers, and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm gonna be doing in the next couple of weeks. Did I look for the mojo under the couch? No, I've not checked under the couch because Katie sat on it all the time. So maybe she stole it, to be fair. Why did that hurt my neck? Could you attempt a scale model of some kind? It could be see how a wargamer would make one. Seb, you should go and check out Luke APS. I don't know if you've seen his recent video. He made like, let's have a look at it. Let's show it you. He made like a video of it's sort of like a kit bash. But sorry, let me just get this up. You did sort of like a kit bash, and it's a scale of it. He like uses a scale model. The only point when you search Luke APS is his shop comes up first. I'm like, I want to see his YouTube. Hold up, keep it in your pants. We don't know to see the small thing you're working on. Hey, that'd be a big project. That's a stonker. I don't know if you can hear that because I don't necessarily want you to. I'm giving him some ad revenue because I'm in incognito mode. YouTube's all like, "Hey, sign in. Do you agree to our terms and conditions?" That's what YouTube's always like. Little does it know that I am a robot. I couldn't possibly agree. So yes, in this, from what I understand, is he basically is using a model kit of some, like, whatever that is. I don't know 100% what this is. Oh, you can't see because of my big fat head in the way. Let's see if I can maximize it. I'm still slightly in the way, aren't I, to be fair? Yeah, whatever this is. Can you see my mouse? He's using whatever this is. So he is using a scale model kit, and then he's combining loads of bits to make what essentially is and it's a really cool shot, this tank. Obviously, it's not like a tutorial or anything like that, but it's literally called Scale Model Kits and Warhammer 40k. So, I mean, and it only came out a couple of days ago. So, I couldn't direct you to a better video than that, I think, for this subject. Yes, it does look like a World War. I'm not. It might be a World War One. I think he said maybe World. Well, nope. Steve knows. I thought, to be fair, World War One tanks were really lame, weren't they? I think weren't they like little? They were burly tanks. So, meh. Probably. I don't know anything about history, so I'm not gonna comment too much. Oh, why is that now slightly off the screen? Why is that? Why do I have a black rim around this screen? Nope. Come on. Oh, no, it's gone. There you go. Have you seen the tank before? It must be hidden out too. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know. He just adds on some Aquillas, some bits and tanks, glass weapons, whatever you call them in 40k, and stuff like that. So that is what it is. So the main, so I don't know if anybody saw. So this is a reflections kind of day. Hey, shall we put on the backlight? Because the good thing about this light is, I barely even noticed that. Oh, what's that shadow? Why have you got a big shadow? Oh. There we go. It's a little bit better. The main subject. Yeah. So it's gonna minor reflections today. I don't know if anybody saw my post on Facebook, but basically it's that sort of topic. But I want to take it to like a grandiose moment. Might even be a 135 scale tank. Mirrors. Yeah. So reflections. Jesus Christ, I'm not at my best today. I'm not firing on all cylinders. So please bear with my dumbness, more so than usual, if you would be so kind. So yeah. So yeah, the plan. So well, let's go back to full screen. Let's go back to my big, beautiful face. Ta-da! Yes, what do you see that? How quickly? What is the delay? Right. What? I'm gonna check on my own screen. I'm gonna not clap my hands, but I'm gonna pretend to clap my hands, and then see what the delay is like. By the way, is anybody else having problems with YouTube? My chat is not working at all today. Boop. How long is that? I'll tell you when that happens. When I can see it on the stream. I can see it on the stream now. It's pretty quick. Zoom out. My chat seems okay. Must just be me for whatever reason. I can see it on my little pop out, but I can't see it on the YouTube dashboard for whatever reason. It's not necessarily a massive problem in life. Yeah. So the post on Facebook was a long post, but it'll make sense. So actually, let's show. I was gonna just yap through it, but it is what it is. So the main purpose today is really to come up with something reasonable for Patreon and like membership that's sort of reasonable, as in not like, hey, join Patreon and get absolutely loads of stuff that you couldn't possibly get by going on the YouTube channel. Like I wouldn't necessarily like that or want that. So it's not that. So I want something that's, well, not an in-between. An in-between sounds even like crazier, but I would quite like there to be something, I just don't know what. A never-ending corridor of reflections. Well, there's that. Yeah, I don't want to pay all the content. I don't want to be scummy in any way, but there's a whole like story to this sort of like why it's even relevant now. But I figure it's better to do it now than say try and shoehorn it in somehow somewhere down the line. So the whole story, obviously I know some of you will know this, and I'm not I know some of you will be bored by me talking about it, so I do apologize. But this channel, this beautiful channel with this beautiful face, what a beautiful face. Although I look like I strongly have a mustache there without any any other facial hair, which I'm not 100% sure why I look like that, but that's the way I look. For whatever. Let's put this full screen, because I cannot remember why I look like that. I never really grow facial hair on my face. It's always been sort of on my neck. But on this video, like it's really like, what's all this? Where's this gone? It's all disappeared. Anyway, so I made this channel. This was ages ago, right? I made this channel. Highly fashionable. Thank you. What can I say? I'm a highly fashionable kind of guy. I made this channel, and it was weird in the sense that it didn't really. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't have a purpose. The purpose was me and Katie to play games. Anyway, turned out that yesterday was the day that the Terrain channel, and why is this playing up a little bit and having black bars at the side? No idea. This Terrain channel basically overtook the J Oddity, which was Tabletop Oddity channel, yesterday. You can see 4.81 when I'm 4.82. Does fashionable mean wearing clothes? Hey, look, what can I say? I've got the body of a model, the face of a model, That's it. I'm a model. Can't believe you're trying to insult me like this. And I like. So today, everything sort of just come to a head, right? It's like this channel took maybe like 1 year, 3 years to get to where it is, right? 3 years to get to where it is. Hey, Fox, sweat. I think can we call this a solid 7? And we've only just started. So, hey, and I hope you're doing all right, Fox. I could be a supermodel if we turned off the lights. Ooh, moody. So yeah, this channel took about technically it took about 3.5 years, right? But let's not dwell on it too much. Let's actually check when it was. It says 3 years, but it was like 3.5 years ago. And the terrain channel is about a year ago. Actually, more like a year and 3 months. But let's just say 3 years versus 1 year. So this 1 year's worth of terrain has overtaken the 3 years worth of just general like wargaming stuff, right? Which is fine. And in most people's minds, that would be great news. That would be like, this is sensational. Well, maybe a bit over dramatic, but in my head it's sort of been like, we've not got a dog, we've got a girl shouting for her dad. I'm sorry if you can hear that. In my head it's a bit like, it sort of played with my head a little bit, and I think I have to just bite the bullet, and I'm not ditching this channel or whatever, anything like that, but really, like, as much as I would like that to have succeeded, obviously the terrain channel is doing well, and you guys like it, and you guys come and talk to me and stuff like that, so I obviously really appreciate that. And whilst I have had a Patreon, right, I've got a Patreon for sure, I've had a Patreon for a little while, what I actually sort of want is to create something here that is fair and interesting and good. Because, as I said, I've been very reluctant to like promote it, even mention it, even really talk about it. I know there was somebody in the chat, Jimmy, he's not actually here today, but he seemed to be very angry that I was even talking about Patreon one time. And I was like, I completely understand that. I completely understand it. But we also have memberships on YouTube, which I'm not 100% sure what will happen if I click this because I'm not signed in. I watch both, just review all the other 2 videos to the channel if it's doing better. Well, no, but I think the problem with that, Fox, and I don't mean to come across as like I know best or whatever, anything, but there's sort of a reason that this channel is not doing as well as this channel in terms of subs and stuff like that. And quite frankly, the reason is there's more people interested in terrain. No, I don't know, like, there are some videos that do really well versus some videos that don't do particularly well. Like, oh, look, we're talking about the new Warcry starter box. 1,500 views pretty much. It's like, it's don't get me wrong, it's good. And if I was a viewer of both of these channels, I'd be like, who's this fool on the screen? But I would also understand why people are more likely to subscribe to, say, like somebody making terrain and consistently like trying to help and stuff like that. It's more like generic in a good way, I think, and it's more open to creativity and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, Jimmy. I didn't know you were here. But maybe anger was the wrong phrase. But is it? I mean, we'll get onto that. And I'm also been pretty reluctant to even like promote it. But seeing this channel overtake this channel, I think at this point makes me think, wait, you know, obviously I'd like to do. I think everybody would like to do something that they're passionate about full time, right? I don't want to slag off my actual current work, but I work in an office. It's not exactly the most thrill. Well, I work at home at the minute, doing general office stuff. It's not exactly the most thrilling stuff in the world. So I don't have. There's nothing wrong, I think, with the idea of having the intent to be a full-time YouTube. And I think one of the ways to get there, there's a million different ways to get there probably. One of the ways to get there is to not beg, but to try and offer something of value as well. But the thing is, it has to be a fine balance between offering something of value, of value, but not being so desirable that people get annoyed that it's not free. Does that make sense? So obviously if you're selling products, people understand the price of those. That's completely fine. Nobody has a problem with that. For Patreon, you're sort of saying, hey, do you want a tip? People use that analogy all the time. Do you want to leave like a tip? Do you want to be like, a tip's the best way? Just like, I don't want to say token gesture. That sounds really like bad. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's optional, isn't it? And a lot of people have Patreon, so I don't necessarily think I'm in the minority here. But I would like to add more stuff here that is worthy of the money as well. But at the same time, I almost don't want to add too much, because then I feel like I'm paywalling people, which again is not something you want to do. So it's a very fine line. It's a very fine line. And that's why, I come to the people who know best, which is you guys. So I won't even necessarily talk about what there currently is. By the way, the reason it has these is tax. So Patreon at the minute, and by the way, the membership levels are pretty much the same. I can't really show you the membership. I'm not 100% sure how to show you that without signing in, and I can't sign in because it would be my account. So I'm balls there. But what I've tried to do is set the membership on YouTube to reflect the first one of these. And the idea being, they're not exactly perfectly aligned. The idea being that they will essentially align though. Obviously the YouTube membership, you actually get stuff like a badge against your name in streams and stuff like that. So there's that. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. We can talk about other things, by the way, if anybody has any like questions or anything like that. I like this name, right? I came up with this name like months and months ago, but I never actually like followed through. I don't know if it just sounds weird when I say it, or maybe it's a stupid idea. I quite like the idea of calling the group the Foam Masons. Those of you who know the Stonemasons, which I don't really know the Stonemasons. In Freedom Dollars, yeah. So it's meant to be like roughly equivalent. You weirdly on the YouTube membership, you cannot set the price yourself. You are limited by a select number of options. So it is what it is. It just is what it is. So that's why it's 99 cents or whatever it is, whatever the lowest one is. I like the name Foam Masons. I'm not I don't think the Stonemasons would be particularly annoyed with me if we called the group that. You know what? That all stemmed from, I think I was watching Blackjack Legacy, and he called it the Fellowship. I'm like, oh, he's just stolen it from Lord of the Rings. He's just stolen it from Lord of the Rings. I can't think of a cool name. Terrain Gang. If we're going to, there better be HUDs. I mean, as long as they're reasonable HUDs and not in any way possibly misconstrued in these interesting times, then could get a big bright red HUD. I don't mind that. I don't know anything about the Stonemasons. I mean, I don't know anything about the Stonemasons. So if anybody knows if there's a slight issue with me calling us the Foam Masons, then please let me know. I can't think of any other good names. Wait, I did. 1 second. I did have a list of names at one point. Let me see if I can quickly find my potential list of names. I'm not saying they'll be good. I'm definitely not saying they will be good. Where have I put it? I've put it somewhere. This is an ideas. This is tags. Why could I now not find you here? Let's do a search and search Foam. God, I need to look at the whole thing. This is not gone as easily. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to look at all sheets. Foam Mason. Where are we? Okay, that's not what I wanted. Find next. Oh, well, the other one. Yes, the other ones were the Terrain Made Easy Union. This is crap. The Brotherhood, although it's very similar to Fellowship, and Brotherhood is a little bit. It's not exactly sexist, but it implies men. I didn't like. I wrote Kinship down, but I don't like that. I also wrote the word Federation because I'm a bit of a Star Trek fan. But the Foam Masons sort of make I don't know. I find it the most interesting one. Anyway, so that's the name idea. And I wrote this down before the stream. Patreon principle. Yeah, you say Brotherhood, I instantly think of Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Is that a bad thing? Are we against evil mutants here? I'm not necessarily against evil mutants. I mean, evil's in the title. I feel like that's just a PR thing. Aren't we the evil mutants after all? The Patreon principle. No exclusive content that would go on YouTube if not for the Patreon. So what I mean by that, in case that's a stupid thing to write, is if it's a video that I would have otherwise have put on, if I didn't have the Patreon, if I make some content and I would have put that on YouTube, then it cannot be put behind the Patreon as an alternative. That makes sense? So if it's a video, like if I didn't have the Patreon, if the Patreon didn't exist, if I would have put that video on YouTube, then that video has to still go on YouTube. If it's content that I would never have put on YouTube, then I think I'm okay with it going behind Patreon in whatever way, shape or form. Because you would never have seen that content anyway, or listened to it, or heard it, or whatever it is. It would never have happened. So what I mean by that is, let's say this is not going to happen, or at least I don't think it would, unless people really wanted it. I don't necessarily think they would. Let's say people wanted to see me actually, they wanted to see a 4-hour build. You wanted to see literally everything that I did during, I'm going to burp. You wanted to see everything that I did during a build, and it takes 4 hours or whatever it takes. Obviously, I would never have put the whole build onto YouTube like that. That's not the style. I edit them down, I do the voiceovers, etc. But there would be a discussion to say like, hey, if you want it, maybe I could put it on Patreon, kind of thing. So you're building your Nighthaunt from Soul Wars today, furloughed. Oh, that is unfortunate. It depends. I hope you're getting, I don't know the situation with the furlough. Some people were getting full money and stuff like that, but it's not something I know too much. But in one sense, it's better to have the furlough scheme than to not have it. So yeah, I don't know. It's bad times. And also, one reason I wasn't necessarily talking about Patreon early on, which is what I'm talking about now, is because of the economic situation of a lot of people right now. So this isn't necessarily, I'm not trying to push people to support me on Patreon during COVID times. That almost isn't the point. The point is more to just have it in place over time. Because if the channel's growing quite nicely, which it is, yeah, you've got, yeah, exactly, yeah. It's a like bittersweet kind of subject, so I didn't really phrase it particularly well, but you knew, hopefully you understand what I mean. Obviously, nobody wants to go on furlough, but then nobody wants to lose their job, so, you know, that's just the way it goes. Paying extra tax, sadly paying extra tax. Yeah, so on the furlough, when like, and this is going to sound really bad, especially with Perkins just saying that, but like, there was a time where people in my office were on furlough, getting like 80% of the work, and we were working, and I was like, I'd probably rather have the 80% and not be working than working. So, but then I was like, well, actually, people are worse off than that, so I'll just take what I've got right now. But you say that, Steve, but like I don't think it's even at 80% anymore, is it, or whatever it is. So, yeah, it's a. But I could understand why people would say that. As I said, there were people literally doing the same jobs, basically. I'm there doing full-time work, getting 100% of my wage. They're doing nothing and getting 80% of the wage. And you're like, oh, I wouldn't mind being that. But then, you know, you'd rather be in a position where nobody was getting furloughed, I think. Anyway, this is, I do apologise for going slightly off topic. So the point, back to that point there, that as long as we are making content that wouldn't have gone on YouTube, I think I now don't mind putting it behind Patreon. For the longest time, I said to myself that I wouldn't put anything you had to pay for behind Patreon. Now, the problem with that is, even if you did do that, even if I did that, it then means I'm like, one, it's not exclusive, which isn't necessarily a problem. And two, where do you store, where do you publish this kind of stuff that people would be interested but not really interested? So like if I did that 4-hour video or whatever, only the hardcore people are even going to be interested. So only really the hardcore people would want to see it. So there's no point really opening it to others. And we're in an industry, I think, where like we're not, no disrespect to Seb, who is quite young. Most of us are a bit older than that. So, $1 is not exactly like going to break the bank in most situations. I do appreciate that. If you're without a job and stuff like that, it can get pretty tricky. So, I'm not. Do you remember there was that woman on Twitch? I don't know if anybody remembered that, and she was like, "If you could afford to watch me all day, then you could afford to $5 sub." It's disgusting. Absolute mental woman, obviously. So Perkins says, just 1 week off without pay so the high-ups can keep the bonuses at the end of the year. Yeah, that is an interesting conversation in itself. Yeah, for sure. I just realised something. I want to just pop out. I don't know about you guys, but I look a bit pale. Am I looking a bit too? I look a bit washed out. Do you think? I look a bit now I look a bit mentally overcoloured. That maybe looks a little bit better. So yeah, I used to say to myself, hey, we're not going to put anything behind a paywall. Like, I'm just not going to do it. But as time got on, it's like, I've softened on that approach. I think as long as it's something that you wouldn't have otherwise have created or provided, then it's okay. Let's say I make a template. So a lot of my templates do go on Patreon, but they go on free. Anybody can go onto them. You just have to go on Patreon to just download it. I'm sort of using them as a hosting site, which they may not be too happy with, but it is what it is. As long as you, sorry, I've just realised I don't really like what I've done with the camera there a little bit. The hue's a bit too insane. So now I think as long as it's something that I've created specifically for Patreon and I would never have put it on YouTube, I'm okay with it. Now, the question is, what? What do I do? So there's one that Blackjack Legacy does this. There's like an exclusive Discord doesn't make sense because there's nobody on Discord. So it only makes sense if it's bigger. So it is what it is. Need to drop the Decepticon Battlecon for an Autobot 1. We're talking Transformers, I think, there, Steve, but I'm not going to lie. No idea what the hell you're talking about. Just a thought. Instead of putting content behind Patreon, what if you put access, say, a month you do for videos? So, say once a month you do a video of terrain your Patreon's made and you comment on it. I don't quite understand. How about Transformers Necron terrain? If Transformers get like a proper popular game, then maybe we'll do something like that. Let me read John's message again. Instead of putting content behind the Patreon, what if you put access? Say once a month you do a video of terrain. So I did once think about doing like a showcase, but I wouldn't put it on YouTube because I don't think people would watch. So I only put stuff on YouTube that I think people will watch, unless it's this stream. This stream is just to like talk and chat with you guys. Oh, it should be orange. Can I? Where's my? Just bear with me a second. Does that look orange? It is, but it's because it's on a grey wall. It just looks a little bit weird. But there you go. That's as orange as I'm gonna get it. But yeah, so I'm not gonna put stuff onto YouTube from Patreon, if that makes sense. I would never dilute the content on YouTube in any way. So unless I actually thought it was like something people would want to watch, then there's that. So so the current, I'll tell you what we currently have. Let's do current. So current. And this applies essentially to memberships as well, by the way, but not quite. Credits. So I've got this credit set at level, let's say level 2. I've not got it set to level 1. Now, I don't actually have any level 2 Patreons at the minute, so I've not done that. Credits, Discord titles. So I don't really want to split. The reason I don't want to split off the Discord into its own separate. I don't want to have 2 Discords because I don't think it's going to ever be popular enough to even do that. So there's that. They critique. The problem with this is if you just post it in Facebook, I'll have a look at it. Like, I think there's that classic concept of if I was super busy, right? Let me see if I can get you a link for the Discord. If I was super busy, then it's relatively new, the Discord. I've not really been pushing it. There's only 5 people online at the minute. Let's see if I can create an invite. Hidden, no, edit invite link. Use copy button. Okay, I don't know what we're doing here. Let's see if I can get this into you. Let's see if I can get this to work. I do need to push it. I need to push that and Facebook a lot more. Actually, is what I do. To be fair, I need to push literally everything a bit more than what I do. I need to push Facebook, Instagram, Discord, Twitter. I need to like really up my game instead of being a lazy sod. That's what I really need to do. But that's neither here nor there. Some of that. Sorry, back to this. Discord title and role. So I'm probably never going to have multiple Discords. I sort of liked the idea of having one of the better terrain groups. So that's really my goal on Discord. I was enrolled in online computer graphics school, and and I'm not really good enough to do like that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, let's write it down as an idea. Let's just put like ideas. So, terrain feedback. Now, I'm just going to put I'm going to put problem because I will do this on Facebook / Discord anyway. So this would make perfect sense if I had no time to do anything, right? If the channel was going so well, I'm like popping off. I'm like so busy, I've got no time. I'm like, oh, sorry guys, I can't reply to all my messages. Oh, I'm just so busy. Oh, I can't reply to all my messages. That's not true. I can reply to everything. You tag me in something, I will see it. I will comment. I will talk to you. If you message me on Facebook, you message me in Discord, right now, I will reply. Because I have the time to do that. And also, I'm not exactly a terrain expert. I'm more a terrain enthusiast and incompetent person. So that's the only problem we've had with that. I know we've had some chats in the YouTube comments. Yeah, well, exactly. So I replied to unless the comment is sort of dodgy and I can't reply to it, I literally reply to every comment. It doesn't matter if it's on a video that's 3 years old. Obviously, I don't have any videos that have to be, hey, Steve, I mean, I just give you those for free. Just by being, I mean, I said I was a model after all. But yeah, I will reply to every comments I find a little bit, I am perhaps not as thorough in a comment than I am anywhere else for whatever reason. Just because I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of YouTube comments. Plus, like the formatting of the pages and stuff like that. It's hard to, somebody, and I don't mean to disrespect them in any way, on the J Oddity channel, sometimes I get literally full blown essays, and I really find those are difficult to read, and not just because of the formatting and stuff like that. It's just really difficult to pay attention for that long. I'm just going on to like reply and be like, hey, thanks, or oh no, I don't think I think it's this, or what have you, but. Yeah, I do find that. Singing lessons. I do have the voice of an angel. You have the voice of an angel. So anyway, the terrain feedback / there's some stuff that will make perfect sense if the channel was bigger and I was more popular and had less time. That makes sense. Oh, Smackinate says, I do watch your YouTube and I like your content. It's a nice company whilst painting Cadian after Cadian. God, I painted some barrels this week and I absolutely hated it. Can't say I have any other options than you can make. It is about making money. Let's just flat out and say it. My whole goal from this point, I've basically achieved one of the goals, which one of the goals was just help people make terrain that was easily available, cheaply available, and people felt like they could do it. See, this is one of the things. This is one of the alerts that I should have turned off. So I've got no shame. I have no problems with saying one of my next goals will be to make this thing full time, and obviously that involves money. There's no doubt about it. It needs money to do it. I would have loved to be. I used to want to be full time because I didn't want to work in an office. Right? That was like a year ago, probably when I started. Probably the goal. But now I've had like Willow, who's insanely cute baby. Like, I don't know. I feel like now I really like if I get any chance where I can spend full time with her, maybe even have a second one at some point. Not that I'm promising to do that or anything. I'm too old, and so's Katie. We're all old. Then I just feel like I've got to try and take it. I've got to try and just do it. Do you know what I mean? So it is about money. Let's just face it. It is what it is. And yes, Subcomandante, still one of my favorite names, if not my favorite. I do quite like Daka Flaka Flame. Daka Flaka Flame? I feel like that's right. Time to spam the comments on Jay's videos. I will, like, if I don't see them because they go into spam, that sometimes happens, but I literally will reply. And Smackaday says, just do it. I will. Thank you so much for your comment, by the way. Have you done short videos on terrain materials like cheap glue that works, or thingy? Conversion, you know, I haven't really done. I'll write down. I'm gonna copy your stuff. I'm gonna copy this, but I do. To be fair, I should do more stuff like hey, what glues and stuff like that. For the trash items, I do have a couple of ideas for the trash items. I just need to get around to doing them and actually do them. Steve says you could also do terrain giveaways or paid. I don't want to. Pay to play me sounds weird. Like, if you live anywhere near me and you want to play me at Star Wars Legion, I will play you. It's as simple as that. Like, part of the problem here is I'm in no way popular enough to limit people like that. Like, that's just insane. I don't want to. If you want any time from me, I will give you my time for free, and that will always be the case until I don't have the time to give, if that makes sense. But giving away terrain is the problem with this is you can't do let's do giveaways. There is a rule that says problem. Patreon may not allow giveaways. I have a feeling that Patreon may not allow giveaways. I remember reading that somewhere. Not 100% sure if that's true. Smackaday says the planet will break before your guys do, though. Are we talking about Cadians? Hi Craig, by the way. I hope you're doing very well. Sorry, I've been yapping. I'm going through all the thingies. I've seen adverts for naked baking videos. Naked. I mean, what can I say? I've got the body of a model. Obviously, we've heard that before. The Legion possibly if you want. Less limit, more rewards. We all know family commitments and time is precious as well. Yeah, family is precious and stuff like that. And obviously, I'm saying I'd like to spend more time with them and be full time, but it's more like taking them to school and nursery and stuff like that. Really, I'm not in a position. I have enough time to not limit my time to like something that's money. It also feels weird, and I don't have any skill to really offer either. If I was like, let's say I was a professional terrain builder for 20 years and I had super experience and stuff like that, and my channel was blowing up and I had no time, yeah, maybe, but I'm not there. I'm definitely not there. So in the US, paying to get access to giveaway becomes a lottery. I do think that's why there's a couple of YouTubers who do it even so, and I always I see it and I'm like, how are they getting away with that? How is that fine? Because I do not think you're supposed to do random giveaways on Patreon. You can do stuff like 6-month giveaways and stuff like that. But I need to start trying to get people in it a little bit as well. Ooh, that garden spider. I saw garden spider bro yesterday. I need to actually bring in the bins. What about big giant spider neck on terrain? So I like this little like podcast video cast. Or maybe just like a quick blog, like let's call it a vlog. Maybe like a weekly vlog, something like that. Which just shows, hey, this week I have been mainly working on I should play Final Fantasy. Nerd I can't even I can't say it. Nerdarchy. You know what? T-shirts isn't bad ideas, but like I should do like T-shirt every 6 months for tier 3 or something stupid like that. Fashion coordination. Hey, you know me. It's weird. I'm referencing some British stuff, but I realise the Americans have no idea what I'm talking about, so I try not to do it all the time. But yeah, like weekly vlog. But I feel like that would be okay because I would never have put that on YouTube. I know some people's content is that, so that is a bit of a problem. Like I know some people basically do their terrain and their hobby stuff as like vlogs. I personally wouldn't do that. Terrainiac t-shirts. Well, Terrainiac is Mel's stuff. I can't go stealing his stuff. Thanks. Final Fantasy 7. You know, when this is going to sound weird, let's just have a look at it. Let's get this on the screen. When is Final Fantasy 7 Remake coming to PC? Final Fantasy 7 Remake PC release. I tried to replay Final Fantasy 7 and got super bored. No, that's the PS4 release. You can't see it, but that's the PS4 release. When is it coming to PC? I agree. There's not yet been confirmed. No, PC. Steve, I don't have a PS5. Unless it actually is out on PC. Is it out on PC? I need to post more pictures of my terrain. I have a few cheap and quick items. Yeah, and I need to do. To be fair, I need to do stuff like when I'm building my terrain. Whilst I'm building it, I should take a picture. Take a picture. Boop. Take that picture, and then when I've finished, I upload them. But I never do. I never do because I'm lazy. Cartoon. When's it coming to? Come on, it's been nearly. How long has it been? 5 months? Is it? When? Is it? Well, it's not coming to PC. All right, fair enough. It's not coming to PC. Okay, well that doesn't answer my question. Cartoon Patriots. Well, exactly. So like I should do t-shirts and stuff like that. Full stop. I really need to pull my finger out of my backside. I need to pull my finger out of my backside and actually do stuff. Yeah, I mean, I almost don't want to do the full build like tutorial as a picture series because I need people to watch my YouTube videos. Like watch time and stuff like that on YouTube. Super important. So I need people to like click my videos and watch my videos all the way through. Hey, one thing I would say, and I mentioned this in the poster that I made on Facebook, if you ever make something that you were inspired by something I did, because I'm not like creating the ideas, and you post it, say like on Facebook or Reddit or something, post my link. Go on, I made it, I got it from you. That'll help. But yeah. Oh my god, this bloody song in my head. And allow backing talks with more. I'm presuming that's Morgan Freeman. Can I do Morgan Freeman? By the way, I never practiced any of these accents. Don't think I've ever tried a Morgan Freeman accent before. This is the first time you've ever heard it. It was. It was then I thought Red may have been in this. God, that was bad. That's bad. I do apologise. Let's put. I'm just gonna die. Hey, if we were big enough, I'd play Among Us. If anyone watching that, we know that's why I'm always happy to try. They fail every time. You know, there'll be a couple that are really good. Do you know what I mean? There'll be some that are really good. Pre-painted terrain is really beautiful, but so darn expensive. Yeah, Perkins, and I mean, really, I think the fact that there's not a good, easy way of getting solid-looking, decent terrain is probably the reason the channel even exists. Like, if you could just buy pre-painted terrain that looked fantastic, and it was a hill, there'd be no point to the channel. At the minute, I would obviously change the content to be like, hey, look at this thing that I did. It was cool. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It was cool. It was cool. But I don't think we're there yet. So what? Oh, I mean, I can't spell. Nobody's pointed that out. So a little podcast or a video cast. Not 100% sure. The thing is, on a topic, is this not just a stream? Not just a stream? Maybe. Don't know. Is it? Let's zoom in a little bit more. The weekly vlog. I like this. Maybe it'd have to be a bi-weekly vlog, because bi-weekly, as I am lazy and don't make stuff enough. There's that. I'm glad there's no smell-o-vision. Where's Fox? Oh, it's gone up to a 9. It's a solid 8 at least. 8.3. 8.3 on the smelly scale. So I don't think it's that smelly, but it is, unfortunately, thingy. Oh, so... Okay. We're not doing an exclusive Discord. Spell. Sorry. I'm not sure what I said. This is a no. Not popular enough. Also, actually too exclusive. I don't like that. This is a no. Terrain feedback, I think, is also a no. These two are sort of the same. This is my winner right now, if I'm going to walk away with anything. Now, there's one thing that people do that I don't necessarily like, because I'm worried that it might upset Patreon. No, might upset YouTube, which is like pre-release. Or early release. I don't really like this. I also don't really see the point in it. One day early. I'm worried that it may affect metrics. En français, mademoiselle, it is a time. Would you like to, do you care for, a glass of the water? The water is delicious. Oh, yes, it is like the wine, the fine wine. The fine wine and the garlic. I do apologize. You also might be able to hear a crying baby. I do apologize about her. I don't, because she's a baby and she doesn't really know anything any better. So again, I'm not really for this one. I'm only really for this one at the minute. Giveaways might be a problem, but like rewards, that one I actually quite like. And that's why early release is a thing for Patreon. But all the things that would make me pull the trigger, yeah, I just don't like it at all. I also feel like 24 hours, I don't know if it's a pay-per-view, but I don't know anything about that, but I'm just worried it'll affect the metrics. And again, like when I see it, it's like I'm gonna get to watch it anyway. Why does it matter if I get to watch it a day or two early? I'm gonna get to see it. So there's that. This showcase idea, I think we might revisit this as a separate subject. I would very much like to do a showcase of or maybe like a what's it called? Competition. Now I know that's a little bit awkward because competition implies like rivalry and correctness and a model and a judge and all this kind of stuff. So there is that. So there's ideas, but the weekly I would do the podcast, but I think the podcast is basically the stream. I think so. I don't think I would do both necessarily. Bloopers, I could do bloopers. To be fair though, don't have many bloopers. I am quite a maximum professional. All of my bloopers happen on stream. The light might go off today, by the way. John, not no, but when I'm a bit more sorted, maybe I'll talk to you and we'll see if anything makes sense. Will you dress up as the Greatest Showman for the showcases? This is the greatest show. Yes, I will. Yes, absolutely. So my only problem is the maximum professionalism. By the way, John did a fantastic logo for me and stuff like that. I just feel like it's massive. It's just massive they're just two really long words. Maybe it should be No, I don't even know. I don't know, it's a nice phrase, but I'm not sure it really fits on a t-shirt. I do need a top hat. And hi, Oscar, I hope you're doing very well. Patreon guild topics. Sorry, Perkins, could you just explain what you mean by that one? I didn't quite understand. I asked because I was tempted to do it anyway. I had this idea, and I'm not even sure, I'm not asking you to do this, so please don't do this, of the foam masons being made, and I'm not asking you to do this, and I'm not going to do it myself because I'm not capable of it, but like using like pink and blue foam, and maybe even green foam, like XPS foam, and then maybe incorporating some of the like actual stone masonry like designs and stuff like that, iconography and stuff like that into it. I don't really have a plan, but I have it's a nice idea. Foam Mason Guild handshakes. Bop it. That works because it doesn't fit, so people will need to get closer to read it fully. And I will be. John, don't, because I'm not sure that we're going to stick with it. I don't want to waste your time. Don't waste your time, because if I change my mind, I'll be devastated. If you do regular weekly vlog with a regular agenda, you might have a topic of the week, etc. Yeah, so I mean, one thing I want to talk about on this stream is I'm probably going to branch out and do topics that are inclusive of wargaming or more like modeling. So more along the lines of, painting minis. I can't paint minis, but you know what I mean? Because if I just stick to terrain, I'll be bored out of my brain. But if I stick to like, hey, the competitiveness in wargaming, flat out stealing Black Dark Legacy's content, then, there we go. No, do not listen to Steve, John. Do not listen to Steve, John. Never listen to Steve. Never listen to Steve. Do not listen. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Do not do anything for me because I don't know what I want. If the t-shirts would fail to fit on the shirt, words. Yeah. So the thing. So I'm going to branch out and do topics. Obviously, yeah, I could do a topic. Maybe the topic will be. Maybe the topic would say be that week's build. So I once did this video, right, which nobody watched, and I don't blame you because it wasn't interesting, but it was a bit of a like a check to see if I could do it. Do not break the stream. Do not break the stream. By the way, I need to check one of these posts is locked and it's not supposed to be locked. This isn't supposed to be locked. So I need to go in and update that. It shouldn't be locked. Nobody's ever complained about it. But it's not supposed to be locked. It's supposed to be completely free. Anyway, I made this video, right? No, basically this video is a private video. Beautiful face. Private video where I go into more details about the subject. Nobody watched it. And yet it was free for everybody. You just had to click the link. Oscar says, here's a simple one. Whenever you plan on something, start a project, topic, a stream theme, always go the extra mile, have two options at all times, then let Patreons vote which. Now, you can't see what I'm doing. Now, what I like the idea of is Patreon. Now, you could always, it's not just Patreons. I will always take anybody's suggestions. So let me write this down because Patreon suggestions. If anybody has a suggestion, I will steal it off you. I will. I already take these. Just tell me. But Patreon voting in for Project Order. Now, a lot of the stuff. Somebody's joining the YouTube to become a subscriber. Very grateful for it. It's nice to see the channel doing well. Where are your hands? Where are my hands supposed to be? Do 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 do. Just to let you know, me and Kate, we used to stream on Twitch, and I had the reputation of being the best dancer on Twitch. Now I'm the best singer on YouTube, but I used to be the best dancer on Twitch. You'll not be surprised to learn, can't dance, but I will pop out a groove for you. You know, if you want to see my hands. There you go, best dancer on Twitch. By the way, the camera is slightly out of sync, so I guarantee you I was in sync with the music. But you just can't see that because the camera's slightly out of sync. I'm tired after that. I'm tired. It's hard work. He filters my ideas on the streams all the time. The pussy is he can make it so I can copy him. I literally steal ideas from like everybody. I couldn't help. I've got some WD-40, but the chair's very squeaky for that. Maximum jazz professionalism. What are we talking about? So I will take Patreon suggestions, but Patreon voting, I sort of like, the only downside to that is, let's just put problem. I am lazy and do whatever I am in the mood for. I'm going to look at the camera and type something. I've already messed that up, I can tell. Let's try that again. I've messed something up. Can't check it though. I'm complete. I don't know where I'm up to. Oh, I'm going to look at the camera and type one thing. I was actually trying to say something. Things I think you might not be allowed to do on YouTube. Social streams making terrain. Well, smacking at you. I know this probably puts people off, but I am completely teetotal. I don't drink. I just don't drink. I used to drink quite a bit when I was younger, but recently I've just not bothered. And streaming. Let's talk about streaming, right? Streaming as a whole is really interesting. I must say, right, I was streaming Blood Bowl the other day, as I said, on Thursday, and I really enjoyed it. And I tell you one thing, it's way easier to stream a computer game for like 4 hours than it is to stream this for like 2 hours. Because with this, I'm relying, all of the content is me talking to you guys. The content is the conversation, right? So that's all it is. And I mean that it's a good thing. But when I'm playing a game or whatever, I can just be like, oh, I'm going to move this guy to here and do this, this and this. Like the content is sort of already there to some extent. So, but I really enjoy it. I enjoy that sort of like communication between us. This is why I'm sort of going to branch out and do more topics in this. It's why, yeah, we'll talk about 40k. We're going to just talk about wargaming and terrain in these streams. And that's everything. And this channel, and literally just everything. Because I can't limit myself to topics, because I will run out of ideas, and I will get probably bored, because there's only so many like terrain topics in the world. So that's the plan. I was going to do some of that stuff on the J Oddity channel, but this channel's not as big as this one anymore, so forget it. I would show you a soda can, but I've actually don't know where they are. I'm tired. So, I mean, would I do voice calls on stream? I mean, would anybody even want to do it? What would we even talk about? I mean, we could do call-ins if we're doing a good subject. You know, maybe we're like, hey, is 40k the best war game? And Steve comes in and be like, I don't know how Steve sounds, but he comes in like, hey, he's Scottish, isn't he? I can't do a Scottish accent. Get doing 40k is the worst game that I've ever seen. I never even liked 40k. I don't know what accent this is, but 40k worst game. Steve. I'm Steve. What am I talking about? I'm honestly going off track. I do apologize. I'm completely off my tits. I don't necessarily I don't mind that idea, John, actually, to be fair. That's sort of a stream idea. I'm going to write it down. I know you can't see what I'm doing. But stream call-ins on subjects. Like, I would do that. I've got no qualms with that. I guess it's unlikely you create a backlog of show. I already mentioned that one. I hate the gaps in these Nighthawk menus. I hate gaps in night. I hate gaps. Yeah, I think I have that perfect plastic putty because the green stuff is crap. So there's that. Yeah. So that is the plan. That Collins isn't a bad shout. Can do it on Discord, but ouch, aye laddie, ram it up here, Jaxie. You could do stream chats with one of us on our latest builds. Aye laddie, we totally could. And you know what? You could shove it up your arse. I apologise to everybody I've offended. If there's ever a day when accents, just doing an accent becomes offensive, I'm completely getting kicked off thingy. I think your Jaxie is probably your backside, but I think it's your bum. I mean, I can't do an Irish accent either. Top of the morning. It's your arse. What am I talking about? Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Yeah, let's go back to something that's not my full face doing terrible accents. Little leprechaun. I hear you're a racist now, father. You know what is actually sort of interesting? If we ever get to a stage where like people would watch this, at the minute I don't think anybody would watch this, but on Twitch, fucking arse. On Twitch in the UK, you can now do the watch-alongs. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can. Jimmy, I don't know what Jimmy's shaking his head at. It could be anything. I probably offended him with one of my terrible accents. You can do a watch-along. So I don't know how it works for the US and the UK. I'm not entirely sure, but you can have it so like we would all sit there watching it on my screen. Well, I think we'd watch it on my screen, but I'd be talking over it. That sounds really bad when I put it like that, but we'd be like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. I hear racist now farther. You know, we'd be looking at that at the same time. So, I mean, there's that. I've got to tell you that Irish accent was the best one that I've probably done all night. So I'm taking that. We're taking that. We're rolling with that one to the bank, mother flippers. So I like this one. This one's okay. I do already do this, but eventually I already do that. I like this one where it's like specific rewards. I may already have that in there somewhere, but I don't really. If I'm going to send you something, then you've got to join the larger Patreon because it's not financially worth me sending. Like if you like at the $1 level or whatever, and plus it would have to be Patreon only rather than YouTube, so it might actually be tier 4 because I don't think I can send something. You don't get people's addresses on YouTube, so it makes sense to do that on tier 4. So maybe I lower tier 3, because if you put like £10 in for like 6 months, then I'm more than happy to send you something. So it is what it is. Forever Ted is good times. I'm really surprised you know about it, John, if I'm honest. What about the the IT crowd or the IT crowd, whatever you want to call it. Not 100% sure which way around that is, so you really think I would know by this point. So I like this system. I already have something in place, but what I should do is create the t-shirts first and say, like, create a multiple set of t-shirts and just say, like, hey, if you subscribe, if you go Patreon for X amount of time in this tier, then I will send you one of these for free, or you can buy them here. I like that as an idea. So if I am honest, which I'm not always honest with you guys, because sometimes, I'm probably going to lie to you, but that's just the way things go in life. These are the three that I think are the most viable for me. Then I would probably put this as the third most viable, maybe. Everything else I probably wouldn't want to do, or maybe not even be allowed to do. So there's that. Black Book is sensational. To be fair, I've seen Dylan Moran live. I have seen Dylan Moran live. I do like American TV. At the minute, we're watching Bob's Burgers. I was trying to do Linda, but I failed miserably. Yeah, we're watching Bob's Burgers. American TV is alright. I really need to watch The Office, The American Office, because everybody raves about that on Reddit. British comedy terrain. Hey, what could we make? What could we actually make? Oh, Father Brown. I don't know what Father Brown is. I'm gonna have to Google Father Brown. Steve will know. I know you can't see what I'm talking about. Steve will know. I heard you tried to do Babs every week. What? Fawlty Towers is a classic, to be fair. I know you can't see it here. Can you see what I'm looking at? No, you can't. Let's get this up. I don't know what Father Brown is. Quite literally never heard of it. Arthur Weasley, whose name I cannot remember. Arthur Weasley is played by... What is he called? I'm going to Google it before you tell me. I'm going to Google it so you won't have to tell me. Who's he play? Oh, wait, what? This isn't a TV show, that's the book. He's... Is it... Oh, I wouldn't have got there. I wouldn't have remembered his name. Even seeing his Wikipedia page, didn't really know his name. Like, what kind of I would happily do a bit of terrain that was from a British comedy, but I don't know what we would actually do. And I'm not funny enough to do comedy. Oh, hi Raymond, sorry. Wow, did you miss anything good? No. You could say that in any stream and the answer would almost always be no. Oh, what did I do? I did some terrible accents. I danced. I did dance. Best dancer, best singer on Twitch and YouTube. Confirmed. You've never heard of... No, I'd never heard of the Reverend Jolly. No, I'd never heard of it. John, I'm really not exactly Raymond. You are correct. Business as usual every Tuesday. Nothing interesting is happening. I like to think that I'm the thing that people watch when there's nothing else to do. I couldn't build, John. I could not build the Black Book store. It is literally just shelves and stuff like that. I would be terrible at doing that. Confirmed by the viewers. Confirmed. Thank you. You could make the little tank and Rene's Tavern. I don't know what that's from. Smacking it. This is a reference I am too stupid to understand. It's not hello, is it? No, I don't know what that is. Terrain Wishes. What is this show? What are you talking about? I don't know what show this is. I don't know what Terrain Wishes. It is hello. I've already done a French accent. I'm not going to insult them even some more. I was just pissing by, and I got a glance of a cock, and the cocker hit me in the eye. Food Wishes on YouTube. I'm going to have a look at this. Don't know in the nicest possible way, Perkins. I'm not saying I should know. I just don't know what this is. Food Wishes YouTube. Okay. The guy who commanded the little tank was the voice of the guy who gave your missions in the TIE Fighter game. What is it? This is a very big channel. I'm here. Great for cooking tips. I could do with this. This guy is making some fresh tomato soup with. I want to read everything in a French accent. Why am I looking at this? Sorry. I mean, it's some good. I'm hungry. Although that tomato does not look like any tomato I've ever eaten. This is like you know, if you go to a supermarket, you ain't getting a tomato like that. Look at him cut away the bad bits. If you go to a supermarket, there are no bad bits. It's just all good. Yeah, I'm sure. That one doesn't even look like a tomato. I'm sure there's like a billion different kinds. Why am I watching this? Let's just watch this. He's melting some butter. I'm hungry. What is that a tomato? What is that? It's to do terrain wishes as a show topic. Do you mean like what I would want from what I would wish for terrain? This looks delicious. I will write it down. No, what am I gonna write down? I will research this more off stream because I feel like I need to understand it a little bit more. That is a heirloom tomato. Jesus Christ, I'm such an idiot. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. My British accents. I really hope. I don't think accents are racist. I think if what you say during the accent, you could be racist. Like, to be fair, I'm not sure referring to a leprechaun really is racist because it is sort of Irish, or referring to kilts or something like that. So I don't know if doing accents, I don't think they are, but I could sort of see why people might think Warhammer cooking halfling hot pot. Hey, I like the idea. I'm just terrible at doing it. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll look into it a little bit more. Perkins. Craggy out. Also, we've got some stuff. John wishes for Eldar terrain. Make a Falcon. I do need to do Eldar terrain. I'm not writing that down because I will do that in some point. It's just a case of time. Let's have a look at Craggy out. Let's have a look. I could do that house. I can't get. I really like the line. I heard you're a racist now. Are we right? Oh, what's he actually said? I forgot. God. I heard you're a racist now, father. Craggy, it's a classic though. I mean, I'm not sure people would even recognise them. I don't know how much of an audience there is for that. You know, there was something I was tempted to do, which was to do stuff like that, but like maybe 3D print them. But I'm not sure that's a good idea. Now that I've said it out loud, I'm not sure it's a good idea. Anyway, nobody watched this video. This is what I was going to say about a vlog or whatever. I think maybe like 2 or 3 people watched that. But it was basically just I was trying to contextualize the video in a sense. I was trying to say like, oh, you know, why did I do this and what was I going to do instead and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, nobody watched it, which is fine. I don't blame them. But the video itself is quite popular, the normal video. I will do Eldar terrain at some point. Just, you know, I just need time. I just need time, guys. Bum, bum, bum. To that specific video, I can link it in the chat, but I mean, it's not that good. I mean, the fences are on YouTube, so you can just, I mean, they're in the group, but this is a private video, which if you really wanted to watch, you could go there and watch it. But I spent a long time imitating anyone that was not from the South US to try to sound more intelligent. Then I moved to Texas. Yeah, to be fair, my parents have a very strong English Northern accent, and when I went to university, I sort of consciously said to myself, maybe I don't want to speak like that all the time. So it's stuff like saying and I'm gonna do that, bang, book. and stuff like that, which I don't mind. I'm completely fine. But yeah, when I went to university, I just sort of like phased out of that a little bit. Perkins says, "What happened? What has happened? I don't know what has happened. I come from Tennessee, but I don't have much of an accent unless I want it. I've sort of lost my northern accent to the point that I can't even do a really strong northern accent without sort of sounding like I'm trying to do a Yorkshire accent or something like that. It's alright, mate. Get over it. It's alright. It's alright, mate. Let's go. Come on. Popping down shop. Come on, mate. Cut that out. Hey, yeah, come on. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I just went to, like, when I went to university and college and stuff like that, I just sort of consciously decided to try and not say specific words that led me to be even more incomprehensible, because I already sort of have a bit of a mumbly voice. I'm like a mumbly, high, like whiny voice in a weird way. So if I start going like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that, that's right, innit? We good that, innit, mate? No, I'm not gonna do that, lad. Just sounds, I just sound stupid. My family come from the part of Tennessee where we imported the scientists. Where we imported all the scientists for World War II. I'm presuming the intelligence didn't rub off. I'm kidding. Yes, I've not slagged off the US that much today, have I? I've been quite courteous. It's really unlike me. So I think, unless anybody disagrees, we spoke about why the concept. We think the name is okay. I think the name Foam Masons is quite good. Hey, join the Foam Masons. You know, join the Foam Masons. There we go. Yeah, it's nice. There you go. Mr. Bean. People say I look like Mr. Bean, which is deeply offensive. So I think we can agree that the weekly vlog, if I did it, sounds okay. It'd probably just be like what I'm working on, and because it'd be behind Patreon, it probably wouldn't take away from the actual video itself. Jimmy, lost your Geordie accent in the Navy. We spoke naval English, no slang except nautical terms. How lass? Why I? God, I can't do a Geordie accent, don't even know why I'm trying. Well, that makes sense. Do we get a handshake? What could it? It'd have to be. What's a Geordie? Somebody from the northeast of England, specifically like Newcastle, Sunderland, Middlesbrough kind of area. But yes, the northeast and the true north. Like the people who live in the northwest are like down here. Well, it's hard to do this on a video, but for you guys, this is back to front for me. Northwest is like here, like London's down here, and northeast is like up here. And then beyond that is Scotland, and nobody goes to Scotland. You don't go to Scotland. That's like the place in the Lion King where you don't go to. I'm not really 100% sure what kind of handshake I could do on a video. Like, we can't do a bro fist. Somebody's taken that. There was one video where I was there was a guy, and he started all of his videos with never Sunderland on his way. Hey, look, I don't bloody know. And he started all of his videos with, "Hey YouTube, hey YouTube." Got me. We're not Geordie. Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't bloody know the difference. You'd still have a Geordie accent to me though. That'd be the problem. I guess you'd still sound very Geordie. I think. I don't know what it'd be. I don't know what that accent would call it. But there you go. Oh, it's because I'm not that far. I'm probably farther from like Liverpool. No, I'm probably as far from Liverpool as you guys are from Newcastle. But I would never be called a Scouser, if that makes sense. I don't even sound like that. I literally don't. Yeah. Did you do something with that? It's a handshake. It'd have to be something that made sort of sense. I can't do it to myself. Right in my elbow. Macarons. Geordie-ish. Exactly, Geordie-ish. Patty cake it is. Patty cake. I'm not sure. I like this. I'm obsessed with this because I'm like. I'm not really sure you could do anything on camera. Do not hurt yourself. Well, Can't guarantee that. What's the Bill and Ted? Did Bill and Ted have one? Maybe we should just steal Bill and Ted's. When you see someone from Burrow on TV, we don't sound like Geordies, but we sound thick. Same thing. I'm just trying to create like a visual handshake. Join the Four Masons. Maybe it should be really subtle. It should be really subtle. So when I say like, it should be like, join the Four Masons, and I do like a little sign. I was like doing a gun, which doesn't make any sense. Join the Four Masons or else. Well, that's all I can think of, Steve. Join the Four Masons or else. I don't know how you do it. I don't know. I can't think of anything cool. If anybody can think of anything cool, please let me know. It would have to be. I'd like a little like join the Four Masons. Maybe I should just wink. Join the Four Masons for only 99 cents, converted into your local tax rate. John, I'm not going to say what you said because I don't want YouTube to get rid of me. We've been there before, and I think it was when I was talking about that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. If you feel threatened, sure, you're more likely to give people money. No, it sounds like a scam. True, Raymond. I didn't think that one through. Hi, Wapiti. Hope you're doing very well. If you're not following Wapiti's channel, please go check him out. I hate the fact that I can't easily get people's channels. Like it does my absolute nutting. If I'm honest, it does my absolute nutting that I can't easily do it. You can't just click his name and then get it. There's Wapiti's channel. So if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Four Mason discount card. Wait, I'm trying to do the rock. Can I do it with the other eye? No. Wait, this is confusing me. I used to be able to do it with both eyes. Oh, I can't believe it. Yeah, it would have a little like. Maybe I just flash it up on the screen. Are you raising the people's eyebrows? No, this isn't the people's eyebrow. This is the greatest eyebrow you've ever seen. Although I literally is just one eyebrow. I don't know if you can see this, but I flat out have a monobrow. Can you see this? It's a bit difficult to pick up on the camera, but I definitely have a monobrow. I have a monobrow. So I guess it is the people's eyebrow. Wait, I can't do it when I'm looking at myself. I can't do it. Do you smell what the phone is? Can you smell? It doesn't matter how you're doing. Is that what you're gonna say? A new airbrush. See, I have an airbrush. I don't use it. But have you got a fancy airbrush? People get fancy ones, and I'm very worried about breaking them. I don't even see them. The people's monobrow. And I did. To be fair, I did hurt the people's elbow on the before. It's totally white. Ugh. You got a fancy one and may have overbought the compressor. I have just a crap one and a crap compressor. The Wapiti's getting an airbrush next week. Questioned answer. Let's have a look. Let's just go back to it just in case. Let's review what we spoke about. It'd be cool if we did Four Masons and I did a little symbol, but I couldn't do it without looking just insane, I think, on camera. Maybe you should join the Four Masons. How about the Four Masons tool videos? I don't understand that one, Steve. You may have to explain that to me. You've got a giant 150 PSI 8-gallon compressor. Why? I think, isn't the compressor like the least important part? I don't want to shatter your dreams, but I thought it was. So I think unless anybody, so these three, I think we're okay with this. Weekly vlog, if I can be asked, fine. It will be hidden. You only have access to it if you are paying Patreon. Foam core masons. Foam core masons. I like foam masons because it doesn't limit to just foam core. Could be though. I don't know. I'll consider it. Goldie looking chain. Flip. It took me longer than I thought getting the right mix for painting the backside. I really think I should have just bought airbrush paints. Would have been easier. Patreon voting for the order, because I will, even if I come up with 2 ideas, I'm going to do them. It's just a case of when. I sort of need people for that. At the minute I have like 6 Patreons, so it sort of needs people, if that makes sense. Some of these need people, which is fine. Like the exclusive Discord would really need people. You'll still get the credits in the Discord tile, obviously. I'm a processor. This one I would just do anyway. This one I don't really see the point. Patreon suggestions, I'll steal your ideas anyway. Giveaways we don't think are technically allowed, and these are ideas that we're going to come back to on a different day. To tools you use in the foam masons trade. Yeah, but I just use a knife. I also do woodworking with wooden nailers. Oh, okay. Because I was like, I really don't understand why you would need such a contraption in your life. So unless anybody has any ideas, if I'm honest, I think, even though this was probably my idea, I think this is probably the one that I might do the most, because it doesn't require people. I might just do it on my phone. Just like, oh yes. Oh yes. I am filming a. Can't get it. I am filming a vlog here. Please support me on Patreon or YouTube membership. To be fair, I don't know why I say that because you'd already be there. Is it actually? Is it focusing on my face? Don't feel like that's even focused on my face, do you? Hi Ben. Let's stop that. Don't know what I was doing. J Young, I think it will come up to me. It took a real long time to dial. Yeah, I was finding problems dialing the page. It was one of the reasons I don't really use it anymore. Giveaway happens, so reward after you've been a patron for so many months. It would make sense. I'll have to research that. I'll have to research how that happens. Come here for the lols. I mean, the lols are the only thing that I could even offer, and even that's pathetic. I'm not like that interested. Do for like 4 with your fingers. And hi King John. So I think we're okay with that as ideas. I think we'll probably leave the ideas there. Now we'll just do handshakes. 4. Why am I doing 4? What? 4. Oh. Oh, my thumb. What? What? How did that happen? What? Ooh. 4 Horsemen. Oh, I'm really not familiar with the thingy enough. He does model build videos, and he has a group chat that he streams where each member. Do you know? I've never heard of Flooring Models. He does model build videos, and he has a group chat that he streams where each member shows his current project progress, and they talk about problems and solutions. Oh, what is that? The 4 Foam Mason founders. Oh my god, this is too smart for me. I really don't understand this. Let's have a look at this floral thing. There we go. I've already shown you some magic today. Magic. I'm going to write that down, Perkins. I may literally just be stealing that as an idea. We could do that on stream if people wanted to. I would be more than happy if people sent me pictures and then just wanted to chat on stream. Just burped. Gross. of tasting sick. This guy has 1,555 videos. Just to put this in comparison, I have about 50 videos, including some streams. So it's insane. You know, I don't like the fact that he doesn't show his number of subscribers. It's just a small pet peeve. He's hidden his number of subscribers. Not really a problem, but I know. I just don't like it. I guess it doesn't really matter. So that's his live show. I see. His live show looks better than my show. Well, hey, I'm not quite ready yet, Steve. Thank you for your tips. We'll be extra careful. He looks, yeah, you know, we joke about maximum professionalism, but this guy actually looks like super professional. I'm not sure we can, how this doesn't belong on this channel. This is too professional. These people look like they know what they're talking. They've got lighting set up. He's got a timer there for whatever reason. I mean, this looks legit. They've all got like proper setups. I enjoy it. Well, I've written it down. I'm ready to steal his ideas. He sells model kits in a store and does how to build with full builds a bit long running. Yeah, but I mean, I think that's probably the audience. With all due respect, I would suspect that scale modelers are perhaps a bit more patient than, say, like video game fans. I like video games, not slagging off video games. Was there anything to say about this Patreon stuff? I don't really think so. Does he sing or do accents? Great question. What an amateur if he doesn't even. They don't even try. They don't even try. Amateurs. Having a shop. I've always wanted to have a shop. I don't. Obviously, Luke APS just has one. So I mean, I really don't have the time to start making materials to sell. So I mean. But I would love to. I don't know what I would sell. He doesn't vlog where he answers questions. Wait, he does accents and sings. I think I might as well quit. Okay, that's the last stream we've ever going to see. No more videos. Yeah, like Luke APS, he makes his own stuff. Like, I'd love to have a terrain channel, but I need it to be something. I wouldn't just want to make the same as Luke. And if I did that, I'd have to make it cheaper, which I just wouldn't be able to do. I don't have the time or anything like that. But I would really like to sell stuff, because selling stuff is like peak capitalism. You know, you either buy it for the value you think you're getting it for, or you don't. You know what I mean? Yeah, museums would pay. Yeah, they are the proper guy, proper like, you know, official, formal and stuff like that. Are there any video? Wait, are there any good video games made after Shadow of the Horned Rat? Yes. Let me just double check what Shadow of the Horned Rat is. But it sounds like you might like Vermintide. I don't know. Considering this was released in 1995, I suspect so. Vermintide was very well received. Garden Spiders. No, that Garden Spider's mine. I'm not getting rid of Spider Bro. He's still there right now. And if it was light outside, I'd go and show you. Hey, isn't that weird? Whoa, isn't that crazy, right? The last time we were outside was only a couple of weeks back, wasn't it? Right? It's completely pitch black now and it's 8 o'clock. I was outside till like 9 or 10 last time. Yeah. Sell Space Marine souls to the Dark Elder. I mean, there's enough Space Marines going around that I'm not sure it's worth buying. But I think you might like Vermintide would be one option that I think immediately springs to mind, because you said Horned Rat, so I thought of Skaven. But it's a single-player fantasy real-time tactics. You know what is coming out? There is a game. I cannot remember the name of it. Storm. It's not Stormcast. It's like... Oh, I'm going to have to check my own channel. What is it called? Stormground. Which sort of sounds like it's an AOS RTS. So you might like Stormground. You might like that. So there's that. Vermintide, yeah, to be fair, I don't like paying full price for these games, because I feel like you don't really get the value from them. But yes, so, there's pictures. I don't think there were pictures last time I was here. Maybe there were. But I think you might eventually like Stormground. That could be interesting. They spawn millions at a time. But yeah, exactly. Space Marines have no value in terms of souls because there's just so many of them. So that's the thing. But to be fair, a lot of people like Total War Warhammer. Although, like, let's get real here, guys. You got to pay 40 quid for Total War Warhammer 1. I mean, 40 quid. That's like probably $50, something like that, $60 for this game. That's insane to me. When did this game came out? This game is 4 years old. 4 years old. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm unbelieved. Unbelievable. Here, look, I'm going to do one thing for you, just for those of you who don't know what I'm doing. It's fine, you won't be able to see what I'm doing. It's fine. Da 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 da, walking down the street, singing do a da 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 dum da da da. Ooh, Alex has posted something in the Facebook group. The music is also randomly stooped. It's got to the end of the playlist. What I'm trying to do here, and you can't see what I'm doing, is this is a Facebook group. What's the mass battle game? Total War Warhammer? Yeah, Total War Warhammer. It's sort of like, I mean, it's just a Total War game, but for Warhammer stuff. I'm off. Thank you for watching. The plan will be to really just push Patreon a little bit more. I know obviously that's a little bit weird considering the timing, because I appreciate COVID and stuff like that, but I think I sort of have to have the Patreon set up and planned out and a little bit more thought gone into it, just so it's there, so I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to be like, oh, I've been going for 2 years and I've not done anything with it. So I just need to get some stuff up there and running. And the same goes for the YouTube membership, by the way. If you're ever torn between the two, the YouTube membership is possibly better in some ways. You'll never get a physical item through YouTube, but when we do the streams, you get like icons and stuff like that, which obviously Patreon doesn't really give you. It's there. It's there. Just get it there, and call that a day. Exactly. I was doing it. That is the end of the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah. Do we have a song to sing us out? What could I do as a song that won't get me banned off YouTube? Because sometimes I play a song at the end and then YouTube's like, oh yeah, we can't monetize your stream. I'm like, a bit harsh. But when I actually play the song. Obviously we did Dire Straits last time. Is there any like Stone Mason songs? There's a Simpson Stone. I don't know what the Simpson Stone Mason thing is. Thank you very much. Play some black metal. I mean, I'm not going to play it. I'm going to sing it. What song could I sing? Midstream, We Are the Champions by the Mariners. We did Dire Straits. It's true. Let's do some. What's he called? Let's do some Black Sabbath. Don't know. I don't know. This isn't gonna go well. I'll try and do an Aussie impersonation. Let's do some lyrics. I never know. Okay, goodbye. DuckTales, woo, do 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 do. DuckTales, woo. I lost a bit that I cannot find now. Part of the night. Oh, I always get my flashlight out on my phone and I'm like scouring the floor to try and find stuff. Have a most beautiful day. Goodbye. Yes, obviously it's the end, but is it really the end? Is it really the end? No. Disney's coming for me. DuckTales. Wait, I'm actually going to play the song. I'm actually going to play it. We'll forget YouTube. I'm just going to play it. Farewell, mortals. Oh, I've got an ad. I will not be back.